Okay.
I want to first thank Benita to open up this wonderful space for us to bring in the angels and all the energy. Thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
And okay, I am Deborah Olazeki, Shamanic Angel Messenger. I never used to be that. I have always had angels that would come to me when I was a young child, but I never knew what to do with them. And it wasn't until about 20 years ago I was in a car accident, which paralyzed this side, and I asked my guardian angel. I didn't even think I asked angels. I said, angels, why did you do this to me? And they said, you're much better than this. And she sat on my bed, and it kind of really scared me. And I'm like, okay, but although you have to go to St. Anna Beaupre, and you have to go to and get acupuncture, you will be healed. Because see, angels, our guardian angels come to us, but we don't know how to use them every day. I did that, and I was healed. And I'm like, well, I'm much better. What is it that I need to do? She said, you have to teach piano lessons. You're very good at music. I said, okay. So by using just your one age, how many times has this happened to us that we kind of ignore? So I'm like, okay. So I got one student. I said, angels, bring them in. I got 30 in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, now what? You know, and I'm like, okay, I've got to narrow it down to the ones that want to learn. So when we bring in our guardian angel, like what you said, I want to learn how to use them more. All you have to do is ask. And ask, and they are there. So life went on. And we went to Vienna, Austria with husband and family and everything. We got back, and husband got cancer and died. And there I was for 5 years. Did nothing. Just sat there. And I'm like, everything was at State Department. They wouldn't release anything to me. And I just, what am I going to do? And I have a homeopath doctor, and she said, go see this guy, Roy Malou. Go see him, and he'll help you. Well, I didn't think he did, but he did. And I kept working, and it's like, this is time for you to gain this spirituality. Now, it's a misidentity because I was living my husband's life. What the angels taught me, and this is just my guardian angel, just taught me, go with me and we'll direct you. So I just started going to all these meetup groups. Or there wasn't meetup, it was just, I think, circles and everything. But what I wanted to know is, how can I contact my husband? How can I contact my husband? I didn't care about the angels. I want to contact my husband, and that was it. And he's going to give me these wonderful messages. Well, one of the circles that I went to, there was a lady, and she got me out in the parking lot, and she said, you know you're an earth angel, right? And I'm like, no. I didn't even know what that was. But what an earth angel is a person that's an angel. Because usually our angels, you know, they're on the high vibration, but there are angels that come through and because angels don't know emotions. They don't know what it's like to be on earth. They're just up in a higher vibration, and they think everything's good, and they're just doing what they're supposed to be, you know, doing is helping us. And she said, I'm teaching some classes, and I come. It's like, okay. So I went, and it was like a 3-month class. And we would have to take every angel. We had 10 friends. I mean, I had to get 10 friends. I don't have 10 friends, you know, to get to give messages to. Well, in one of the classes that I was in with this Leroy, I did ask for a spiritual teacher, and in came Gary Nicky. Hey, why not ask for the best? I just don't want face getting. And he came in, and I called him up, and I said, Gary, I need 10. I just said I didn't know he knew the universe. I said, Gary, do you happen to know 10 people that I could give a day? And he goes, no problem. And boy, he was there. I was getting all these things. We'd have to go and take an archangel and do a message right. And see, I knew she couldn't lie, because she knew. So that's how I got into angel messaging. And this is how, when the miracles start happening in my life, is radio show, medical intuitive, spiritual dowsing. It's when I contacted my guardian angel. Now, how do you contact them and what do you do? Well, first of all, guardian angels, they are at high vibration. I have here, and you can purchase them. And I was thinking, where did I get these? But they're the frequency of angelic, and it brings you up to the, yeah. I was looking, yeah. You can use it.
How do they determine what? You
Okay.
can feel the difference. How do they determine which frequency has which angelic connection?
Well, you know what? I've had these for a long time, and I'm really glad that you asked that question because I looked it up on the internet. And angels, and so listen, our guardian angel is an angel that came through, and I will answer your question. Guardian, when you come through into this lifetime, there's a guardian angel with you. And they will talk, I know how, they will be with you all the way through life. However, unless you give them permission, they won't interfere with your life. So, and archangels are angels that are messengers of God. I use God. If God isn't in your forte or whatever universe, that's okay too. Makes no difference. But they're actually messengers of God. And why is it that we just don't go to God for it? Because what happens is when we use our angels, it's usually is when we're like, help me, help me, help me, help me. Is to get a really good rapport with your guardian angel, ask Archangel Michael, and bring you the angel that's there. I just feel with your question that you asked me, because I looked it up, and it says it's a high frequency of the archangel. And those are like, as you've heard, because I do also tuning forks. And those are really high, and I think it's just a high vibration. So it opens up. And I don't know how that was determined. I don't know, because I knew that someone was going to ask that. I knew that. I knew that. And I'm like, I better look this up. So,
we've been talking about vibrational frequencies here for connecting with nature, connecting your mind, body, spirit. So it's very interesting. And we've been talking about what hertz works for different connections. But almost more on a microbial, very physical resonance level that allows emotional and spiritual to connect. But for angels, it seems almost like you're going in a different direction.
Angels, okay, I used to be a finding missing people. My dad was a police officer, and I would go and say, oh, no, you're in the wrong place. That's not where the party is. I didn't have many friends telling at that one. But, no, this is it. No, this is what's happening. So I've kind of always been in tune. But that's a lower frequency. When you get up with the angels, and I'm doing messages, you're way up there. You're up there, and the seraphim angels are much higher than that. That you get into that. Seraphim angels are the ones that come to the people that can sing. Like Judy Boyle, that little girl. Right. Those are the seraphim angels. And those are much higher than that. So when I do messages, I don't get any people that are past. Because you're up there. Right. And I just got those just kind of for fun. And that's what we had to do, is keep that vibration high, because angels are high vibration. And also, so God is too. So when you go in and you say, help, 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 they're like, huh? They don't know what you've got to get a good rapport with them. How do you do that? You connect every day. Let's say, for instance, you just say, thank you, angels, for being here with me today. Thank you, guardian angels. What's something new that you can teach me today? What's something new? Now, do you all know your guardian angels? No, and you don't know how to connect. Okay, cool. That's great. I like that because I was always afraid that someone's going to say, I already do that. And I'm like, oh gosh, now what are you going to do for the next 55 minutes?
Well, I'll say I connect with my guardian angel, but I don't know how, or like it's so random or generally like amorphous that I
Right.
have no idea what or how. And I think as you go forward, a lot of us will find that we do connect, we just don't realize or we have no understanding or control over it. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And you know what? I was just showing this. What I thought this was kind of interesting. It was my birthday, and no one came. Just my kids were gone or whatever. And so I'm sitting out on the back porch, and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, okay. And look at the photos that come out, and you can scroll through 'em. Look at the angels that came in and said, "You're never alone."
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sorry, I can see over her shoulder.
Yeah, I see him saying, wow, yeah.
So your angels are there, except for guess what? You guys, they're unemployed. They're there to help you. I mean, that was the number one thing, and because it's kind of interesting, is during my class that I took the class, our last, you know, because we had, you know, do these messages, for everybody. Our last one was to do it on the teacher. And so I'm like, oh boy. And she looks at me, and she's very sweet. She didn't say anything to me. She goes, like, I think she kind of thought to herself, now that I think about it, oh boy, what have you learned in the last, 3 months? She said, Deb, it's not you that gives the message, it's the angels, and they don't lie. So it makes no difference. If we give it to you, it makes no difference. You're connecting with those angels. So we're going to connect. Okay, we'll throw that, we'll pass that around. But isn't that interesting how the angels do come in and look for them in angel ways? Would everyone like to, and someone they'll say, well, what is my guardian angel's name? It doesn't make the difference what name I give it, it's what you. So let us connect to, I know, isn't it?
Oops. Oh dear, I lost them. I lost your little angels. There they are. That's what I'm showing on the wrong camera. That's amazing. You had like a whole party of angels hanging out.
See, I was doing, this is what I did. It's like, my daughter's in Vienna, Austria, my son had to work, my other was in Richmond, and I'm here all by myself. I'm 62 years old, and I'm all here all by myself. And I look up, and the message came through, you're never by yourself. You are. And this was enough. So,
Do you want me to turn out the light or?
oh, it makes a difference.
Okay.
Whatever, you know. What I like to do, okay, let me just tell you a little bit about the guardian angels that come in. This angel is with you, and it is there to help you 100% all the time. All the time. Only thing is, you have to ask. You really have. So how do you ask? Like, I don't know, get up, take a shower in the morning or whatever, right? And say, hello, angels. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little meditation, and your guardian angels are going to come to you, and you're going to feel them. You're going to, you're going to use your clairs. You're going to feel them. You're going to smell them. You're going to tingle down your back. You see a pink poodle. That whatever you see, that's for you, no matter what. You know, I mean, probably loud and down, but it's gonna be a blue one. So whatever you get, when I do an angel message, what I do, and another thing is, it's when I do angel, it's never, oh, I'm getting this. It's the angels. Is that I go and I connect with your. I sit here. I hold your hands. I get a little lavender. Oh, this is another thing. Forgot about this. This is rose water. This is very high vibration.
We have some in the corner.
Yeah.
Too. We spray that around here every day. Yeah.
Now this is, you can buy this, and then this is so nice. You get this at the dollar store. Isn't that cute though? Surround yourself. When I do a message, what I do is I hold on to your hands. I get lavender and I go like this, and I with your spiritual guide or your guardian angel in mind. And I always say, what is the mission? Now, they're not going to give you anything bad. They're going to give you suggestions. It's like, okay, I'll tell you what. Let me just pull a card here for the group. I'll teach you how to do cards too, huh? You do by card. Okay. And I'll say, thank you, angels, for being here. For the group today, what is it that you'd like them to know? For the whole group. Empowerment. Yes. And you look at that at the light, and they say, and what the angels are saying, you're more powerful than you ever think you are, than you know. You don't give yourself enough credit. You have the power to go and do whatever you'd like. All you have to do is ask. I'll say I read that, but I don't have glasses. You have it. A lot of people do not use it, but every day, say that. I have the power. I'm wonderful. I'm beautiful. I can do anything I want. Because you know what? The angels will help you. Just like they performed miracles, me sitting 5 years on a couch. Brought me Gary, brought me radio show. That was another little story that how that happened. All you have to do is ask. Okay? So
Deborah, before we go forward, I have a question about that.
Sure.
Because certainly people talk about the law of attraction and ask your angels. It's my understanding that you need to really know what it is you're asking for, or let them know, I don't know what I need, but I need to feel happy right
right.
now. And that you also, it's helpful if you put action to intention as opposed to just sitting there waiting for them to hand you everything. But please let me know how those two things do or don't work with what your reality.
I think the angels like it's already there. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guardian angels. Mine's called Helena. Thank you, Helena, for being here with me today to make me have a real joyful day. And I'm going to learn something new today. What do you have for me today that I'm going to learn? It might be something on TV. It might be something that's like, well, your center, the radio show that I was on. I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, when I'm in a lull, like, because I've been in other places that I really liked them. This one place I was an angel messenger, I really, really liked it. And all of a sudden, bang, I'm out of there. And I don't even know why. It's like, you're done with that. Move on. Boom, you're done with it. Ready to move on. You might be if you don't know. So the question is, you don't know what you want. You just want to be happy.
I know, I'm just wondering, like, how do you, I was told you either, like, if you say, hey, I want $1 million, well, you don't really want $1 million.
Right.
You want to be able to do things with whatever the money will be. So you need to know what you're asking for. Or if you're like, I don't even know what I want, but I'm in a funk and I want to find direction. Or like, how do you ask the angels so that you actually get help from them?
So first of all, you got to get a rapport. You got to talk to your angels every day. Hey, what's something new you have for me? What's it? Because when you don't, then it's like, you got to kind of reconnect with them. If you don't, it's like, help, help, help. They're like, kind of like, they're flapping their little wings. Like, what are you talking about? So get a report. Say, you want $1 million. You want, your finances are a little bit, stressed, right? Thank you, angels, for bringing to me, and thank you for bringing in to me. I need this bill to be paid, and I just do not have the funds right now. There's things are a little, I need to boost, like the piano lessons. I got 30. I require, help me find where I'm going to find the money to pay for this bill. Okay? You never know. What happens is something comes through, a check in the mail, an inheritance, or maybe the the angels will put the bill, and it's well, we're giving you an extra 30 days. The bank says this, or the credit card, we're giving you an extra 30 days. So ask the question. It's like, my funds are, I need to get a little bit more money here. Thank you for helping me finding a way. That you'll sell more food, or or more people will come to classes. I've even heard it that people will go and money is in their checking account. I got an inheritance for somebody. It wasn't that much, but it was $2,000. That's pretty good from a cousin that died. I didn't even know. And even on the radio show, what happened is that night, my friend Gary was over. He was doing something on. He likes to come over late at night. It's about 2 a.m, and I'm like, "You're right," and I'm like, "Sleep." Oh my gosh. He gets a phone call. I'm like, "Well, good. I could go to the couch and see if he's working on the computer." Deborah, give this guy a. Guy's on the phone wants an angel message too. And I could have said, but the angel said, okay, fine, and to act on it. And so I did about 5 of them. Come to find out, the guy was a psychic, and I was on a radio show. This was on Tuesday and Thursday. I was on a radio show. I didn't know that was going to happen. I had no idea. I could see you have your own free will, because I could have said, 2 o'clock. What? Who wants an angel message too? But I didn't. See, the angels will bring it to you. The angels will bring it to you that you meet that guy at Harris Teeter, and oh, you're right across the street. Oh, I didn't know that. Good for you. They'll bring you the people. They'll bring them to you. In fact, this hotel right here, when I was in 6th grade, we came here from Michigan, and I remember this hotel that I said, we went to visit Arlington National Cemetery. I'm like, I'd like to be buried there. And my sister says, well, you're a fool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be buried there. Well, guess what? Husband's at Arlington. I'm going to be buried there.
You're in 6th grade.
And I'm in 6th grade. It was just so impressive to me. And I'm at that hotel right there next door. And I'm going through the GPS trying to find where it is. I'm like, well, son of a gun, where's that hotel when I was in 6th grade? Huh. So that's how the angels come, but you got to thank them every day. You just do. It's just like you got the dog, you pet the dog's head. You got to pet the angel's head, and you've got to get them going. And the miracles happen. I am living proof. That's why I did this whole thing about the husband thing, because I'm living proof that it works. It gave me hope. The angel messenger came to me. The lady, she came to me at a place and said, you're an earth angel. And I got a little message about a year ago that said, your work is done on earth now. You have a chance to go back home or stay. And I said, no, I'm going to stay. They said, okay. But it's like, and I'm here to teach, but they give you messages all the time, but we don't pay. Like that, the video, if I wasn't, paying attention outside and whining, I wouldn't have seen it. So they are there to give you messages all the time, and you just ask them the law of attraction. Yeah, I guess that would work. You're attracting the angels. Interesting. And if you, like the 30 pianos, and I didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't. I mean, I'm like, well, that sounds like a good idea at the time. But you can get angels to clean your house. You can get angels for a parking place. You can get angels to put you on a super highway. I made it back from Richmond in an hour. And actually, to tell you the truth, this is how, before I'm thinking, you know what, I bet you my dentist is really proud of me because I've been wearing my night guard every night. I just got it. I bet you Dr. Ortega's just so proud of me. I go into Trader Joe's, there's Dr. Ortega. So, and she's the first thing, you've been wearing it? I said, yes, I have. But this is what angels do. When you get a good one, they're spontaneous. They are just so excited to help you. So excited that, careful what you say. because that will happen.
How do we get angels to clean our house?
20 minutes before. Okay, 20 minutes before you're gonna clean house. So you sit. I drink coffee. You probably don't because you're.
Oh, I drink coffee.
Okay, good. Plug in your coffee. Well, first of all, get up, do your shower or whatever, clean or whatever. Whatever you want to do. Thank you, thank you, Alina, for being here today. It's get me to something exciting, more exciting than yesterday, and something new today. Okay, fine. So now you're drinking your coffee and you're saying, okay, about a half hour, I'm going to be cleaning up the house. Okay, so angels, come on, bring them in here. Let's get them all in here and help me do it. And I want it done in probably about an hour. Okay, sure enough. I mean, you are the busiest bee. You'd be amazed how fast you can work. And there you are. Clink, clink, clink. Got the mop out, got the vacuum, got this done. Straight, straight, straight. Okay, this goes here, this goes there. Boom, done. Coming back from Richmond, I'm like, oh, I got kind of a late start. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and traffic. I'm like, okay, angels. I said, I want to be home by 4. Boom. There you were. I was home by 4. Super highway. Any lines, any lines you want to go to, any like parking places. You gotta get them going and tell them what you want about a half hour before and those kind of things. But it's like, okay, I want to get this done. Or someone will show up. I have this little dollhouse that I wanted to be painted because he said it's going to follow, one of those Amish things. I'm like, oh gosh, how am I going to get? Well, remember how nice it was on Christmas night? Guy knocked on my door. Hadn't seen him in 4 years. He trims trees and trimmed my tree. And I said, "You paint that dollhouse?" He said, "Sure." So when you get a good report, they're there right there, and they can kind of think of what you're doing and help you through it. So they'll know. They'll know. It's like, oh, I'm thinking about you need to get that dollhouse clean. And it wasn't that expensive. And sure enough, someone knocked on my door, so they can kind of know your thoughts. Yeah. Shouldn't have to fight. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like I said, Gary knew me. In fact, he's so silly. Because we were in a class, and he said to me, "Is your husband dead or alive?" I'm like, he said, he goes, "What the hell did you start acting like that?" I'm like, "Oh." And then he wanted to come over to the house, and I said, my husband used to have a 3-piece suit. There was very long hair. And he says, "What makes you think you're the center of the universe?" And there's the own true self. So he was direct. He was really direct, and he was really a spiritual teacher that I called and asked for. And I'm so grateful for him. He got, So how about us? I can't find my, oh, I think there's another.
Oh, I have lavender here.
Oh, okay. If you choose. No. Do you guys have cards? Okay, this is what I do.
Do you want to know all the questions?
No,
I didn't tell him to bring
but
it.
I have cards. Yeah, I have
Having
cards.
the
Yeah.
cards, you get a deck of
cards.
cards, okay? So you got Archangel Michael. Okay, the first thing you do is throw away the book. I forgot. I forgot I was on stairway here. Get a deck of cards. Okay, and any deck that really kind of calls to you. Some of them I bought, I don't like them, but at least I do.
So are we supposed to get angel cards for this, or any cards?
Any cards. I'm just telling them what to do with the cards. Okay, so you get the cards. Like it's after class, you're like, well, I'm get some cards. So you get everyone that talks to you. Get the cards, throw away the book, because that book is that person's interpretation. You want your own. Okay, so now what you do is you get your cards, and they'll be all stuck together. So get them all unstuck and take each one, place them to your heart. Each one. That way, so if someone comes out, first you knock them, then put them to your heart. That way, someone comes along, you come along, you use my card, and then, oh my God, please don't use my card. And I don't know what your energy is. So that will make it so these are your cards. So you use my cards, it's okay, fine. And then if you use them, knock them and place them to your heart so you get the message. After you're done with them, because I do a lot of fairs and everything. If you touch my cards, I just knock them, put them back to my heart. And they're back to mine again. Without a book. So that's it. So we got the lavender. We're going to put a lavender. We're going to do it just a little meditation. We're going to ask our Archangel Michael any questions. Because he is the head of, he brings all the angels in. A water bottle. Oh, it's over there by my chair. Okay.
Hydration.
Very hydration because you're going to be going on a high lavender. You know what? That is like good for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Are you allergic to it?
Massage therapy instructor who,
Yeah,
Normally
yeah,
I would give you lavender for that, but
no, I've had people, yeah, it's like, yeah. People.
Oh, hey. No problem.
Everyone but you.
Angel Michael in, and he'll be coming in, and a lot of other angels are here right now. And what we're going to do is just like, thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here today to bring in everyone's guardian angel. Okay? And when that angel comes through, you know the feeling. Do you get chills? Do you, what is it that you feel inside you? And then we're going to do another angel. And you're going to see the difference. Okay? So that way. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here today to assist us with this lovely being full of love, light. This session, these lovely people would like to know to connect with their guardian angel that they were brought when they were here to come on board. Touch everyone's heart and let them know who their guardian angel. Let them know the name and how they feel, what they look like, and maybe even have a present for them. Actually, Archangel is taking his sword and placing it on each one's head. There's a beam of light that's coming in from the heaven above. Ask what message, because your guardian angels will be giving you messages.
This was an incredible situation. This card was upside backwards on the deck and popped out.
Wow.
Yeah, right down in the thoughts and feelings.
See, like right down in your thoughts and feelings, you can do that, but you can also do that in your mind.
Yeah.
Believe. Pencil, pencil. It's a whipping bird. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But it was lovely. People out there. These are amazing.
Remember the one I got you? Yeah. The coding. Okay, does anyone like to share?
I got let yourself receive, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies.
Nice.
See, so many times especially when the angels are kind of, they realize that you don't ask. And you're like, yeah, you don't ask. See, I think we were brought up if we hadn't said that was our ego, like whatever. But the angels recognize it. Ask us. Ask us for help in any kind of situation. Just ask and receive it. And when you receive, almost what the angels tell me is like it's already there. Thank you for finding me that job. You might go to a job, or you might go someplace that you never go. Like you never go to Starbucks or something else, and you go there and someone, oh, you're an IT person. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for somebody. You know? So when you get that, I didn't want to do those readings, those messages at 2 a.m, but they came to me. You have your own free will to say, no, you don't, I'm too tired. Or you can say, okay. Because they'll come to you and you have your own free will to go and do it. That when you have like, I should be doing this. I should, or Gary says I should all of myself. So when you get that, when you got it to buy that beautiful necklace, that was part of the angels telling you that they wanted you to have that. Really. So ask, what is it that I require today to have a better day than I did yesterday? So what is it?
Mine was water, and I'm Pisces.
Ah,
So I live in water. There's water that's in my house, fountains. And she
Good.
says, drink more water. And on a practical note, because of my job, I'm in the car a lot or in people's homes. I drink as much water as I need to. You stay well hydrated. But no, but it's great because I live in the water world all the time. And water surrounds me. I'm comfortable in water. And it's just an affirmation to remind me to take care of myself.
there you go. See that
Very
message
simple.
is what you got with the.
Very simple.
That is amazing.
Also, sometimes I'm also. Do you go to the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay. What they're telling me is like when you see the waves, out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. That's it's like a new thing in my
But I
head.
also believe that water can be empowered too by intention. I definitely believe in vibration.
Oh, yeah.
Give water vibration, and then from that point,
Yes.
like everybody goes, "Why are my plants so good?" Well, hello. I infuse them with energy to
Yes,
grow.
that's yes.
I mean, I purposely do that.
Yes.
That's an
Uh-huh.
intention, and yeah, like I think about this, like people don't realize it's like there's a puddle out there, and the raindrop comes down, and that puddle is stagnant, and all of a sudden, you add another raindrop, and the vibration of that raindrop changes.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
It's fun.
Your life has become very fluid as well.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going through so much and you're just like going with the flow and finding all the new adventures coming at you.
And also, I'm being told that they're also telling me is our bodies are made of what 80% water or something.
Not ready yet. I'm not ready to see that.
Good.
My card is worthiness. I don't have it either. So I don't know what it says on the bottom, but it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter because you already know it,
I
right?
already know. So,
What the angels are saying is be worthy and recognize your qualities that you have. So many times we want to do better at something, but we already have it already inside us. We're always just reconnect. I'm here, you're telling me reconnect. And you are worthy of receiving. Having anything that your heart desires. You know, when Walt Disney made he was really connected to another, I think. When you wish upon a star makes no difference who you are, or your hearts and your dreams, that's the song. Okay, and anyone else willing to share?
This is the twin flame.
Hmm.
Answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship.
The twin flame. Does that come true? What is it that you proceed on that? Or your
Few things, but I have recently found my flame.
all right.
Very,
Yes. See, the angels then are saying to you that, yeah, here you go. Yeah. It's interesting is that also what the angels are saying is they're telling me the way in which you met her was quite unusual. I mean, like, no, okay, no,
So
no.
it was here at a Finding Your Soul family.
Yeah.
And she's right here.
Oh, right, yeah. No, but I mean, it's not like you went on that date.com or whatever that's called.
We just showed up.
Right, that's what I'm saying, unusual. Yeah, yeah.
And then everyone was commenting, you two have the most amazing energy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's not unusual, but it wasn't.
Not intentional.
Well, see, that's how angels work. Yeah. You came to here, right? Not thinking, oh, I'm going to find myself my twin flame. So, yeah. However, look how the angels work, and we have to recognize that. To reconnect with them every day, and thank them. Well, thank you, angels. Well, I'll say, wasn't that nice? That was really cool. That gives me like, yeah,
I had an interesting experience when Michael was placing his sword on.
yeah.
I felt pierced, like I became the sheath of the sword. I was a scabbard, and like from my crown, to
Wow.
my root, I was stabilized and empowered by.
Yeah. What a blessing. Great.
That leads to a question I have.
Sure.
How are angels masculine or feminine?
They're not. They have no gender. However, humans put a gender on them. That we do that. We put. I mean, Archangel Michael. They don't multiply.
I think some of it is the limitations of our language.
Right.
When we try to talk about our experience of the angels, we use gender as one of the ways to like kind of clumsily
Yes.
portray to others
That
our
type of energy.
Right. So I think that's here on human form, here on this
I think
plane.
it's also the energetic masculine
Right.
and the energetic feminine, not so much the gender masculine and
Right,
gender
right,
feminine.
yeah.
Michael is all about protection and like that's a very yang kind of energy, right? So you could call it yang and yin instead of male and female maybe.
That's right. Well, I forgot. I don't know. I forgot your name. Which is Susan. It might be protected to you, but it might be for somebody else something different. But that's how you portrayed it, and that's wonderful. That is really, but what definitely thinks to me is Archangel comes in to me is power.
Which is also a very young
Right.
quality, right?
Yeah,
Like,
which is
saying,
a
like,
real
the qualities we
right.
assign to Michael
Yep.
are all sort of in that.
Whatever it means to you is what it means. I'll tell you, here's another little secret that you guys do. You ever get those calls for those, you want to, protect your house with electricity? What is that? Alarm system. Right? You get those? Okay, next time, they'll say, well, how much? Say I already have one. Say, well, how much does it cost? It's free. Really? I'm like, yeah, it's protected by angels. And they will not call back. And I do that. Seriously. It's by angels. And they're like, oh, okay. They're like, okay. you do. Everyone does that. I mean, not everybody, but it's, you know, in okay. So you got your little list here, right? And so, okay, let me get one. So you got your list. Do you have one?
Oh, no, did everyone get one? Oh, yeah, okay.
Somebody tried to steal it earlier.
Oh boy.
Oh, we got a bunch of themes.
Okay, so you get your little list here, and you're like, okay, now where do I start? Well, now you've connected and keep connected, reconnect every day with your, and thank them. Like if you're in the car, thank you, and you're like, oh, you know, no miracles happened to me today. Well, you got here. You know, you were safe. You didn't get lost. That's a big one for me. You didn't get lost. You got here. You learned something, and you know, and be thankful. Whatever it is. I mean, miracles happen every day. You know, there's miracles and there's miracles. To me, you know, Okay, so you get your little list here. So you're like, oh boy, here we got Ariel, Azrael. Oh gosh, oh boy, this is, you know, Raphael, he who heals. See, now I look at Raphael as a woman. He who heals this. Okay, so you don't know who to go to. Okay, because you don't want to just sit here and just be reading it on, you know, or stick it, better yet, underneath the seat of your car. Just look at it and say to this, thank you, Archangel Michael, for bringing me an angel for this situation. Okay? All right, that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is take a look at this and say, you know, just where your eyes are drawn. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to work with Gabrielle today. I think I'm going to work with her. Okay, now what does she do? Oh, she's a messenger, archangel, help messages, and writers, and teachers, and journalists. Okay, so now you're going to work or whatever. Say, okay, Gabrielle, okay, thank you for being with me today. Let me feel you. What do you feel like? Oh, and they might say something. Now, when I get, it's so funny, is I get Ariel. She comes into me as this little girl. This like little playful girl. Almost I have to say, Ariel, you've got to behave today. You're doing this, but don't speak out of turn. Because she was there right now saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. So she comes to me as a little girl. Maybe to you, she comes as something different else. But when Ariel is here, and she loves Gary. Oh my gosh. It's like, is Gary going to be there? I'm like, no. So they'll come to you in whatever form's good for you. I mean, it might be like you said, the sword on the head or whatever.
I don't think it's
God. That's an easy answer.
No,
I don't know.
No, I'm just curious. Like
I would think God. Okay,
attributes
let me
and
ask.
names.
See, there you go. I'm asking Archangel Michael. If anybody else gives submit, or God's given him, God's given him the me, and I'm hearing it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. That's why how they got their name. Are you getting anything else? Are you getting anything else? Is how they're getting their name? See what you don't know, you ask.
I'm just getting it.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
just
just good with names. So I've been feeling like I've never, since the time my soul was created, cared much about names.
Right.
so it could be an angel that has an attribute as like I'm really good at helping grow flowers, but it doesn't even have to have a name to me.
Right.
It just is.
Right. Absolutely.
Different interpretations of that same energy in different places are going to be called different things.
Yeah.
Can I ask a different question?
Sure.
Okay. So what, I'm not really sure how to ask questions. I'm not exactly sure what the question is yet.
Okay, well that's helpful.
Yeah. So I get the spirit guide that came with you. That makes perfect sense. And then what if like the work that you do relates to one of these angels? Like should you then try to create relationships with both of them?
With your
Does that
what
make
spirit? Okay, with your spirit guide and your
And
angels?
like, well, like, so the work I do falls under Azrael, and I know that he has visited before most of the time
Okay.
because other people have told me. So, like, do you then try to build that relationship as well, or is it just whatever? Does that make any sense at all?
Okay. Ask Archangel Michael, this is like really not a do what you are guided to do. You're working with a client or something, and you can bring them all in and say, now the virtue, and see, there's more too. Virtue angels are the ones that have performed like spontaneous miracles. Cherub, those are bringing playful. They're like these. Actually, they're not small. They're huge. Cherubim, thunder angels. They're all types. So probably the best thing to answer your question, to look through this, and also ask Archangel Michael to bring the one in for you. Does that answer your question or
Yeah,
not?
I'm not really sure exactly. I don't know.
Or are you
So
working
I
with
work with the
spiritual? Okay.
well, I work with the twin light.
Okay.
So, that obviously.
Yeah, like you don't have
Right.
to
I
pick
think you're
one
right. Yeah.
angel that you're working with just because the description seems like it's relevant. Like be open to who wants to work with you for the greater good of
Another person answered.
I mean, I think the other part of your question is like, am I developing relationships with more than one angel? And I would say absolutely.
Absolutely.
I guess, I'm not, like I said, not exactly.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean,
it's like
right.
Like you're
you're-
asking permission. Like if I'm trying to get familiar with my guardian angel, is it okay if
Right.
I'm also trying to get familiar with
sure.
this
Right,
energy
there
over
you go.
here? And I think
Yes,
it's
yeah.
absolutely
Absolutely.
relationships with multiple angels.
I'll just push on my.
Although your guardian angel is your best friend. That is your best friend. Now you might, because you're working with these people, might not want to constantly be with Raziel, though you might not. But your guardian angel, best friend.
I have a question about guardian angels.
Okay.
Your guardian angel is your best friend. Just to like piggyback on this topic.
Yeah, my
So
guard.
your guardian angel is your best friend and like totally has your back and will give you lots of great advice about your path. I'm not sure, are they the best person to be asking what's the best thing for this person to do? Like, I think you
No,
probably
mine's
asking
mine.
their guardian angel.
Yeah.
Right.
My guardian angel is my guardian angel. Your guardian angel is yours because you've made a contract up in heaven or in another place that I will be with you. I will, but you have your own free will. It's not like a spiritual guide that kind of guides you through life, But this is like personally for you, and for you to use it as your best friend to say, "Wow, okay, guardian angel, I'm in a situation." With like you're talking about, bring me in an angel, and archangel, bring me in an angel to help this person.
And I was thinking of like if you're building the one relationship, like you build the multiple, because you said you have to build the rapport first, obviously.
Well, the
So-
rapport with now this is if you want to do but this I mean, for me to bring in all these angels at all the time and the data stream of men took. I mean, practice. I'm talking about 3 months. So, remember when I took in those 10 clients that I didn't know how I was going to get? But you can bring them in and play with them and say, and like, oh, okay, well, let me just see how this one feels today. Although bringing your guardian angel to more than every day.
Okay, I was talking with someone who is an angel messenger as well. And she said when she hit the point in her life where, due to circumstances, suddenly everything opened up and she could see everyone's guardian angel. And she said wherever she went, she saw all these bored guardian angels being neglected.
Unemployed.
And as soon as they saw that she could see them, they were very excited. They're like, can you tell my human to stop drinking? Or can you tell my human? Like, they wanted to pass messages to them through her, but she didn't want to pass everyone's messages wherever she went. She wanted to like live her life and do her work. Can you give us advice beyond, is there any additional, like you gave us some great advice.
Okay.
But obviously our angels are not, our guardian angels are not as well employed as we would like them to be. So in building our connection, like the different ways that we sense, I mean, we were talking about using our different senses, not confining ourselves to one way of seeing or thinking or feeling or sensing. But any advice to help us get closely connected to our personal guardian angels so that they're a little more involved, and when they give advice, we're actually hearing it.
Practice, practice, practice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching over me. Get that feeling. If you've got a name, mine's Helena. Thank you, Helena, for being here today with me. Okay, and then I can kind of feel her coming in there and doing what, doing it. But it's more practice and more asking. Ask, ask, ask. And if you don't understand, give it to me in a way where I understand, because you've already made that connection. You've really made that connection with your guardian angel. You have. All you have to do is just ask. When I'm home alone a lot, and it's like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? And I go in the house, hello, angels, how are you doing? Or it's getting, see, and if you look at, and I'm sorry, I forgot, Daniel, it's like, I don't know. Well, look what happened to him. I don't know. Did you know your guardian angel before this?
I had experience,
But
not.
All right.
Willing, like not intentionally. It's something that I thought of as like, I'm always really lucky.
Yeah. See.
Was just kind of asking and receiving without realizing.
Yeah. Okay. Because look what happened there.
Yeah.
And I guarantee it. Once you start, see, you've made that connection. Once you go home and you're in the car, I'm like, whoa, you know what? This was pretty cool. Hi, guardian angel, are you there? Boom. It's there. I see they've been there all the time.
Right. Now, I think when you said Michael was coming through and tapping each of us on the head with his sword, I know I felt a jolt of electricity running down my body just a moment before you said that.
Oh,
like
okay.
my whole body convulsed.
When you called them into the room, immediately there was that energy shift.
Yeah.
You didn't even say touch.
Right.
You called them.
Well, he was already starting to do it, so I'm like, I better say.
Thank you very much, because I'm like, why is my body convulsing? What is this jolt of electricity going down?
All right, yeah.
On interpreting the messages that we get. Like, I mean, I'm looking at like to the angel card that I got. I don't really get a lot more than just what the card.
Well, it takes practice. Number one. Number
when you
two.
feel a sensation in your body.
Yeah, when you get so you get a card. Okay, let's see. I'll pull one for the group. And I'll tell you, so I knocked the card. Okay, I put in my energy into it. If I was doing it for you, I would say, hand it to you, Susan, and you would. I know you from someplace. I've seen you before. Okay, one flew out. Okay, so this is what I do.
Okay, this is our group card, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
One time it flew out and it was like I was doing like messages up in Richmond, and I'm doing like one right after another, and one flew out. It was like, what did it say? It's like, change your cards or cut the cards or okay, explore your options. Okay. So okay, right now I do, and I'm like, okay, I've got to explore your options. Okay, I'm like, then I connect. If I was doing this for you, I would connect, there'd be a white light between my head and your head. But I told you I was doing this to group, so I'm kind of, and so I say, okay, explore your options. Tell me what you think about this. What is it? And the message comes through, and it's like Archangel Michael says, okay. I'm getting Metatron. Metatron comes through because I can feel Metatron. Okay, and he's told me in my ear. Okay, Metatron, tell me more about this card. Okay, and then it comes through, and it's like okay, sell it to me again. Our options, we think, are all kind of old school, but we have new opportunities to us every day that we are not paying any attention to. So explore your options before you actually make that decision, and know that the option in which what the decision you are making will be the right one. Well, that's what I got. So if I was going to do a message, I'd do it. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. And then I would pull another card, and I would say, oh, well, I want more information on that. What option? What option are you talking about? So then I pull another card, and it goes, so I pull about 4 cards. When I do a message, about 4 cards. Okay, so I got this one. Explore your option. What's this? And okay. Oh, hello, goodbye. It says goodbye to the old and hello to the new. So I'm like, okay, there you go. Explore your option and what? And they're like, throw away whatever does not serve you. Like I said, I just threw away all my books. Threw them all away. I gave them away. It's like, throw away the old so the new comes. So explore your options of what you want to throw away for the new to come in. So that's how you do it, is that I go and I get this one. And then I got one message from Metatron. Now this one's from Archangel Michael. No, this is from, yeah. So that's what they're saying. Throw it away. Throw away all those old, and I'm also getting, they're telling me, is throw away all those old ideas, all those old recordings in your head, and welcome in the new, and explore the new options that are ready for you to start your new life. And that's what I got. So then I'm like, well, if I wanted more, see, then I go down, and then I would get like this one, and it says, stay optimistic. So I'm like, you got this one, explore your option, throw it there. And they're saying, when you do that, you stay optimistic, like it's going to work. Expect the best. Don't go, don't expect that you're going to throw away all that. So that's how it does. That's how, it's usually I ask, and it's like a 4-card spread. Like I've got 4 of these, and each column has a different, so this is on you on this explore your option here. So it turned out it was going to be for the group, and it turned out for you. And then this is about your options, and the next one might be, something completely different, health or something, And so there's 4 different, but see what you did? You got one message here. You got the other message here. It's all with the new, and then it came out to say stay optimistic. So actually it's like 3 messages just with 3 different cards on this one.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Do you always use different decks, or do you use the same deck?
I use different decks. I have more at home than this. Yeah, I'll go in, like in Richmond, I was just there, or Pathways or everything. It's like, well, okay, if you were, I'd say which deck calls to you. Which one calls to you? And you're like, oh, well, I kind of like the mermaid. It's like, okay, shuffle, 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 da-da-da. And off we go, and it tells me 4 cards. So I go 4 cards, 4 of the mermaids. And then they give me that message. The angels give me that message, and then up comes this card. And I'm like, okay, pick another card. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. And then that comes up, and then this comes, and I like to end with Archangel Michael. But I've been doing DNA activation, so I believe with that one. Like, you know, we have 144, you know, and so I have these cards that I do.
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, one thing we're working on here in our technical skill development is connecting chakras to someone else's chakra. Thursday night, we're connecting our third eye to someone else's third eye. The other week, we're connecting heart chakra to heart chakra. So you just very lightly, tripping off your tongue, moving on, said, and I put white light connection from me to you, from it said top of head to top of head. Can you tell us why you do that, what it means to you, and how you do it, what this is for you?
What modality? Okay, that's perfect. That's
Well, white light is its own modality.
It's like,
It's
it's
just
almost
there.
like, because okay, so I have Eve, right? Eve, okay. So I have Eve here, Eve comes in from us. Hey, hi, how are you doing? You know, and then this is what I do. I was like, okay, now I'm shuffling cards. And I'm saying, okay, Eve, you know, you have a guardian angel with you, and you say, well, it lasts in Richmond there, like I do. I'm like, oh boy. Name, you have your own free will, okay? And this is not a psychic reading. This is a reading from your angels. It's like, okay. Now, is it already? I hold the hands, the energy. I don't know. That just came to me to do that. To have because I want to get in contact with your guardian and my guardian, and that was the best way to do it. It's like that's almost a light that comes through. I think that's me.
So this is a way, like when we talk about expanding your aura or increasing yourself with white light and sharing the white light with someone else. This is a way that you connect with them.
That's a way I think that's me.
That's wonderful.
And then after it's all said and done, is I say thank you very much. And I ask her, I say, now, Eve, please don't give me, you know, because a lot of times people come in there and then they think you're a psychiatrist and they're saying, oh my gosh, my husband left me and what am I going to do? And please give me the answer. Well, the angels aren't going to do that.
Right.
They're not. So if that was a person, that was the last time I went to Richmond. I was there now. No one knows who guardian angels are. If that was where I said, well, if you have a question, keep it to yourself, but ask the question while we're making the connection. And then that way, that's you know. And so let's say a person's getting a divorce or whatever, or wants to leave their husband or wife, whatever. What I won't get that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I do, I sometimes shut them off. I don't say anything because I don't want to say something. Then they're like, no. So I don't do that, you know. And but I'll get it. And, you know, I kind of got filters on. And I'm like, you know, you're in this situation, Clarabelle, and you know, the angels will help you through this. So whatever decision you've made, the angels will help you. Just ask the angels to help you with this situation. And you know, should I leave them or should I not? And they'll be there to direct you and help you. So I just want to let you know that they'll okay. And then it's like, you know, maybe out with the old, in with the new. Then I kind of like, whoa, well, this is kind of, because I don't want to go tell somebody. You know, or the angels said that. They won't see. The angels don't do that. They don't. And so just letting you know that the angels are guiding you through this process that you're going through right now. However, you have to ask them for the guidance and ask them for it. Does that answer your question?
That really does. That's good. I do want to say, while you're talking, that little voice whispered in my ear, cut the deck. And so I cut it, and this is the card that came back up again. A new beginning came right back up.
That's what it's like. Cut the deck when I was, because I was like going, because it was like boom, 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 and it's like, oh, this one flew out. Good, new beginnings.
And
oh my God!
Right back, just to make sure, and
we got the
share with
message.
everyone, just to make sure we know this
We're
is real.
legit.
Listen to the little voice, and the connections will come. That is beautiful. So we've got a little over an hour, and I don't
Oh,
think
I'm
anyone
sorry.
cares. We could keep. No, are you kidding? We're keeping you here.
Come on.
But
do this, though.
I was wondering.
You can pass it on. This is okay. Affirmations. The angels want you to up and just kind of go through there and pick one out.
Thank you.
I was wondering if there was anything else you wanted to share, or if anyone has any questions. This is like one of the most brilliant hours ever.
When you were mentioning about writing it, you could write it in there and deleting it. What did
Oh,
you, could you elaborate on that?
one of the questions were write your things down. That's a very good idea. Write them down, but a lot of times people don't have time to do that.
Yeah, all pen and paper.
Right. But cancel, rip and burn. Okay, that's the thing is when I get up in the morning and I go to work, I know doggone well there's going to be traffic. Cancel, rip and burn. You know, or this is going to be a bad day. Cancel, rip and burn. You know, I mean, I do that, or like, oh my gosh, I don't, you know, just different things that, you know, we say, and we say, I mean, we do say that. It's like, oh gosh, I'm not going to get back in time. I'm not going to do this, or someone's going to cancel, rip and burn. Yeah.
Just anything
Yeah.
negative that comes through,
Okay,
delete
yeah.
and destroy.
But writing things down is a good
Yeah.
thing to do.
Okay,
Is
yeah,
to
yeah.
write it
Yeah.
down if you do. But
Journal.
sometimes if you have it, you know, because you write down, well, you know, I need a new job, and the job I have is very good, and this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Well, you can take that paper and roll it up, but if it's in your mind, you can cancel, rip and burn it
Right.
in your head. So that.
Since I often do not have pen and paper, but I do have my cell phone or
Right.
some sort of laptop or tablet, I have an email folder. I email myself what I would put in a journal. I just email it to myself, and then I save it to my email folder. If I type in anything that's very negative or distressing, I will rephrase it in a positive, affirming way with requests and hopes and dreams before I send it to myself. So I always make sure I reclaim. I have an email box with like 1,000 emails from me in there that's only for in place of journal. And then my poor journal is like, I've had it for 25 years. It's got like 8 pages written in it.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Yeah, my paper journal got nothing. My email.
Yeah.
I'm the
opposite. I'll finish.
Really?
A week.
Well, I get
So maybe it meant that you should take it up, Daniel.
Well,
Yeah, I'll finish
my
that.
favorite movie is
You know what?
Oh,
I've been told
lunch.
right now for you without meditation, without lavender, without rose thing, no. Connect with your guardian angel right now. Just connect. Okay. All right. You guys connect quick? Good. There you go. You got it. You don't, I mean, really, you don't, you know, have to. Okay, they don't want me to say that.
Now we want to hear it.
Well, it was like you don't have to make a big deal out of it. No, like,
Yeah.
you don't think we're a big deal. Well, okay, now here's one thing that happened here. So it is just connect, boom, that's it. You don't have to make it a meditation for, you know,
Right.
20 minutes, unless you want to take a nap. That's what I say when I take a nap. I'm like, well, I'm meditating. But I do. Okay, so just connect, boom, like that. Okay, I'm going to connect. Just like that. And when you asked me to do the class, and it's like it's a master class, I'm like, oh boy. And the angel said, "You don't think we're masters?" I'm like, oh, you're right. So they come to you so you can connect. Just boom, just then. You know, connect in the morning, connect in the afternoon. Thank you when you get out in the car. Well, I made it here. It's cool. It's great. Everything's going well. Okay. Any other questions? Nope. Those are yours.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, I don't know. Someone told Gary, my friend, called me up and said, "Oh, you have to go." Woodbridge, this guy's got all these crystals and everything. I said, Gary's going to go, wow, Dolly found it. Well, anyway, the crystal has an angel in it. The guy picked it up. He showed it to me. Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah.
So go and do. When you get the calling, go and do and act on it.
I just drew from the unicorn deck and got finish what you started.
Ah! See, here's my little thing here. The angels brought all these things, spiritual dowsing, everything. I'm like, you're not going to meet something new. Beautiful. That sounds like it'd be fun. So every and anything that, I mean, they just bring up to it. All you have to do is ask and be willing. And be willing to receive and be willing to go and take action. Take action. Do the legwork.
As White Buffalo Woman said in the most recent Tuesday meditation, when your intention and your prayers and your action are in alignment, the path is easy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Even when you boo-boo, look at the angel over there with the clouds.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Oh,
This was
well,
amazing.
you're so welcome. And is there any other questions or anything?
Oh, I did that.
Michael?
Michael.
Sure.
I think we're at that radio session. Yeah, I think if you like it.
Well, it was an honor.